Welcome, everyone. My name is Jeanne Castellucci. I am a chiropractor as well as a health and wellness speaker. And I speak on all sorts of subjects relating to health and wellness, including mindful meditation. And today we're going to be doing a guided mindful meditation on the subjects of gratitude and breathing. And there's all different types of meditations you may have experienced in the past, or maybe you've never meditated before. And I really hope you're going to enjoy this experience. So as far as gratitude, Eckhart Tolle says, acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is a foundation for all abundance. And it's really important that we have gratitude in our lives, because the more gratitude we have, the more gratitude we notice, usually the more gratitude that we find in our lives. So mindful meditation is, we're practicing being in the moment. So we're not worried about the past, rehashing the past or going over things we did or shouldn't have done, etc. And we're not worried about the future either. We're not worried about our to-do list after this meditation. What are we going to do? We don't need to worry about that. We're going to practice being in the present moment. And with mindful meditation, we can also have non-judgment, both towards ourselves and our meditation practice. So whether or not we think we're doing it correctly, and actually there is no really correct way, but we don't need to judge ourselves or our practice. And I just want you to realize that the mind wanders. That's just what it does. And that's a normal part of our practice as well. So whenever you notice your mind wander, that's a good thing. Just notice it and gently bring it back to what we're focusing on, which today is gratitude. And you can always bring your focus back to the breath, focusing on the inhale and the exhale. So with mindful meditation, we're also trying to accept what is in this moment, this particular moment, because every moment will be different. It was different a few minutes ago, it's different now, and it'll be different a little later. So we're just going to accept whatever is in the moment, whatever our practice is in the moment, and we just want to enjoy ourselves today and just let the practice be whatever it is. So we're going to be patient and kind with ourselves and maybe be open to a new experience. Even if you've meditated before, maybe be open to a new method. So I have a couple of quotes I like on meditation. So Thich Nhat Hanh is a Zen Buddhist monk, and he has a lot of wonderful books. You might want to check some of them out. And he says, breathing in, I calm my body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, the only moment. And here's another quote. It's anonymous. I'm not sure who wrote this quote, but I like it. Deep breaths are like little love notes to your body. And I'll give you one more quote from Jack Kornfield, who also teaches meditation. Breathing meditation can quiet the mind, open the body, and develop a great power of concentration. So today we'll be practicing breathing meditation and gratitude meditation. And breathing meditation is actually a mind focusing meditation. So it's going to help us with our concentration and focus. And we're going to be just focusing on the inhale and the exhale of the breath. And we're also going to focus on if there's any sensations in the body. So for example, you can focus on the belly rising and falling when you breathe in or breathe out. Or you can focus on the chest rising and falling, and the rib cage expanding and contracting. So those are a couple of methods you can use for the breathing portion of our meditation. So breathing meditation can, for a lot of people, decrease stress and anxiety, and it can help calm and steady ourselves. And of course, like I said before, it can help us to concentrate and focus better. Helps us with that skill. So our breath is always there with us. So we can do a breathing meditation anytime during the day or night. So once you learn how to do this today, you could bring it with you. And it doesn't have to be a long meditation. It can even be a minute or two, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, etc. Sitting in traffic. And we can just notice our breath. Notice the inhale and the exhale. And many times this helps to relax us, just to center us a little bit and help us feel a little better, and just to acknowledge the present moment for what it is. So we're going to formally start our meditation. You're going to hear a couple of bells and chimes in the beginning of the meditation. And as we're ending the meditation, you will hear the chimes as well. So listening to the chimes also gives us an opportunity to focus. So let's try to focus on listening to the entire time the bell is ringing, from beginning to end. And that will help increase our focus abilities as well. So let's get started finding a comfortable place to sit or lie down. And you're going to hear the chimes, and we'll get started. And let's just take a moment to just acknowledge where we are now, whether we're sitting in a chair or we're lying down. And let's just bring our awareness to our body and the contact of our body, whether it's with the chair or the floor. Maybe you feel your feet touching the floor or your back touching the chair. And we're just noticing. We're not trying to change anything. We're just noticing. And maybe you feel a little warm or a cool breeze on your skin, or maybe not. And let's just notice our breath, not changing it, but just noticing it as it is in the moment. And just focusing on the inhale and the exhale. And like I said before, distractions or mind wandering are a part of our practice, whether or not you've been meditating for one day or many, many years. And what we can do is when we notice a noise or distraction or a mind wandering, we can notice it and just gently, kindly bring our attention back to what we're focusing on today. And that will be breathing and then gratitude. So let's just notice our breath, couple more breaths, just noticing what it is. Just noticing, where do you feel the breath the most? Do you feel it in the belly or the chest? Or maybe you feel it under the nostrils, on top of the lip, with the air coming in and out of the nose. And when you're ready, I invite you to take 3 nice deep breaths, focusing on the inhale and the exhale. Maybe focusing on the belly rising and falling. And how does that feel? How did that feel taking some deep breaths in comparison to our body breathing at its normal rhythm? And if you don't notice anything, that's okay too. And we're just letting our breathing resume its normal rhythm and pace. And let's place the focus of our attention right now on our left foot. Just noticing our left foot, seeing what that feels like. We're not judging it. We're just accepting it, whether we feel a sensation, it could be tingling or itching or tightness, or it can feel nothing, or it could feel good. And now let's shift our attention to our right foot. And just noticing what's there or what's not there, whether it's a sensation or a lack of sensation. And when you're ready, let's shift our attention to our hands, just noticing the palms and the back of the hands. Just taking a moment just to notice each finger in each hand. Now let's bring our attention to our jaw area and the cheeks. Just noticing, is there any tightness? Does it feel relaxed? Any other sensations? And if you happen to feel a little tension there, just consciously relax the chin and maybe open the mouth, open and close it a couple of times. And maybe wiggle the jaw to the left and the right a little bit. And let's focus our attention on the shoulders. And many times for a lot of people, these shoulders carry a bit of stress. Sometimes the shoulders start to creep up towards the ears. And let's just notice the shoulders, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out a couple of times. And if there happens to be any tension or stress there, just softening or releasing that tension on the exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. And many times I find it helpful when I'm doing a breathing exercise, if my mind is drifting or there's a lot of external noise, I'll silently say to myself, inhaling, exhaling. Or I might say, breathing in, breathing out. So let's place our attention on the breath and choosing whatever you'd like, whether it's rise and fall the belly, the expansion or contraction of the chest and the rib cage, or maybe it's the air coming out of the nostrils, touching the top of the lip. So choose one of those. If you'd like, start with the belly or any of those, whatever you would like. And then just breathing in and out. And we'll have a little silence and just noticing the inhale and the exhale and the rise and the fall of the belly. And breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. And just remembering if there's any external noises outside or if our mind is wandering, just notice it and gently bring our attention back to breathing. And taking a few more breaths in and out. And now we'll shift our attention to the practice of gratitude. So, no matter how tough things may be for any of us, there's always at least one thing we can be grateful for. And Eckhart Tolle says, acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation of all abundance. And Sanea Roman says, whatever you appreciate and give thanks for will increase in your life. And both of those quotes are so true. And we always have things to be grateful for, whether or not we acknowledge it or realize it at the time. And there's different ways to practice gratitude. I'm going to give you a couple different methods to do it. One of them is the ABC method, where we go through the alphabet. We start at A, or you could start at Z if you like, go backwards, either way, but starting at A and thinking of something that starts with the letter A that we're grateful for. And then we go through the alphabet, A, B, C, etc. And anytime we get stuck on a letter, just move on and go to another letter. Just pick any letter out of the alphabet. And usually once we start having gratitude, it just kind of builds on itself. There's more and more to be grateful for. We're like, wow, I forgot about that. I forgot about that person and how wonderful they are to me all the time. And there's also another method where we can do some counting on our fingers. So we can at least start with 10 things to be grateful for. So we're counting, we're starting with number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And then, of course, we can be grateful for even more. So let's start with counting, and let's even try to see if we could find 4 things to be grateful for. And it could be anything. It could be a person, people in our lives currently that we're grateful for. Maybe they were helpful, maybe they were kind or generous. Could be somebody from the past, maybe a teacher from when we were young. Could be anybody. So people we could think of, we could be grateful for things such as our car or our homes. We could spend all day in our homes just being grateful for things such as the refrigerator, which keeps our food nice and good there so it doesn't go bad. Our stove so we can cook, running water so we can take a shower, etc. So those are a few ideas. So people, things, maybe places, and that place can be your home, could be maybe being out by the ocean or in the forest. So let's take a few minutes and just start counting. And if you can get more than 4, that's great. But let's start with trying to find 4 things or people, places to be grateful for. And we'll have a little silence while we do that. And if our mind wanders, let's just bring our attention back to what we're grateful for, or we can bring it back to the breath, focusing on the inhale and the exhale. And let's try something new, a different method. Let's try the ABC method, starting with the letter A and remembering if we get stuck on a letter, just to move forward or backward to any letter we want to choose. Let's just take a couple of moments to think of a few things, people, places we're grateful for. And people we're grateful for can be anyone, could be family or friends, could be teachers, could be somebody in the grocery store, maybe a grocery clerk was extra nice to us. Could be people we don't even know. Maybe we've seen stories on the television or read them in the newspaper about someone who did something good for someone. And maybe that touched our heart. And we're grateful for them and their act of kindness. And remembering the mind drifting off is what it does. And we will just gently notice and bring it back to gratitude or the breath. And as we wind down our meditation, just maybe thinking of a couple more things or people or experiences to be grateful for. We could also be grateful for ourselves, maybe for our kindness and generosity, maybe our sense of humor, our intelligence, many things we could be grateful for, even about ourselves. And as we're winding down our meditation, let's just shift our attention from gratitude to our breath, just focusing on the inhale and the exhale. And maybe noticing, maybe we feel a little different from when we first started our meditation today, or maybe we don't. Either is fine. But maybe some people might feel a little bit more relaxed or might be surprised about how much they have to be grateful for. Or maybe we have a little smile on our face now, just thinking about gratitude. And welcome back, everyone. And just gently coming back from our meditation, just taking your time and maybe introducing a little movement into our wrists or our ankles and just moving them a little, or stretching any part of our body if we feel that needs to be stretched. And whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes. And we can take the breathing meditation and gratitude meditation with us all the time. We can do it any time of day or night, whether we're sitting in a car in traffic, or at home, or on the beach. We can take a moment just to notice our breathing, focus on the inhale and the exhale, and maybe just to notice for a minute or two what there is to be grateful for today. And once we do that, a lot of times we find, wow, there is a lot of abundance in my life. And we can be appreciative for that. And the people that we're grateful for, the things, I mean, even things such as, the computer, our cell phones, even things like this we can be grateful for, in addition to people and their generosity and kindness. And I hope you enjoyed today's meditation on breathing and gratitude. And it's just a little taste of what mindful meditation is. And I do a lot of different mindful meditation sessions on different subjects. And if you have any questions or comments, my name is Jeanne Castellucci, and feel free to email me. I'll give you my email. It's drjeannechiro@yahoo.com, DRJEANNECHIRO @yahoo.com. And it was really a pleasure to be with you today. And I hope we can do more meditations together, maybe even in person. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a beautiful day. And always remember, you can come back to the breath at any time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.